I could sue you for this, you know. Personal harassment. I'm a lawyer. I can litigate.
What's up, Vault Dwellers? Dan here. Hey, look, you know, I've defended some questionable cinema in my time. I mean, I've gone to bat for rubber-suited monsters, shot-on-video nightmares, and films where the boom mic, it's practically a co-star. But, you know, that's my thing. Even I have my limits. And these movies, they tested me. They're the ones that I sat there thinking, okay, I wanna like this, but you're making it really hard for me right now. We're talking bargain bin Terminators, discount Mad Max knockoffs, and at least one film where the entire set appears to be made from cardboard boxes. So why don't you go grab yourself a Bartles and James, settle in, and let's celebrate the movies that pushed even my generous tolerance to the breaking point. These are 9 movies I struggle to love, but I watch them anyways because that's who I am. Alright, we're going to start off by talking about Survival Zone and Gary Lockwood, who, you know, he went from orbiting Jupiter in 2001 Space Odyssey and nearly getting godlike powers in Star Trek's Where No Man Has Gone Before, to this. Now he's in a South African Mad Max ripoff where the apocalypse apparently only affected the budget.
All our work. Now those devils are going to destroy it for sure.
So here's the setup. It's 1989. Nuclear war has decimated the civilization, and a family is living on a farm just trying to survive. Sounds promising, right? Except there's no devastation. There's no burnt cities. There's no irradiated zombies. The only way you know there was a war is because characters talk about it while standing in perfectly nice countryside that looks like a vacation spot.
Remember the Battle of Alamein. I'll see you at the medal parade.
I'm too old for medals.
Ah, there's room for one more.
The villains are a cannibal biker gang whose leader, and this is really true, has Big Man written on his jacket and a severed doll head mounted on his motorcycle helmet. That's supposed to be intimidating. It's not, and for about 55 minutes, absolutely nothing happens except people discussing how things used to be better.
How long can we survive like this?
Forever. I mean, all we've got to do is hang on and keep hoping we've got everything we need here.
The bikers, I mean, they do attack a convent at one point, and they punch a nun to death. But then, the movie gets bored with its own violence and goes back to family drama. Alright, so Wired to Kill brings us to the dystopian future of 1998. And a plague has created lawless quarantine zones across America. And our hero, he fights back against gang violence with a janky homemade robot that looks like it was assembled from Radio Shack clearance items. So Steve, he gets his legs broken by thugs. His family gets terrorized, so he uses his electronic skills to build traps and a surveillance robot named Winston to exact revenge.
You got pretty smart.
Well, yeah.
Better not spy on me.
It's basically a low-budget, wheelchair-bound death wish. The problem is that the movie can't decide what it wants to be. Because one minute, we're in full apocalyptic wasteland territory with torches and some roving gangs, and the next minute, we're in a normal 80s studio and someone's going shopping. The kills are occasionally creative, there's this Alka-Seltzer-related death that I'd say is inspired, right? But the whole thing is so unfocused, it's exhausting. Some scenes have this weirdly comedic tuba music playing. And I just really couldn't tell if the movie was trying to be funny or if the composer just got, confused. Tommy Lister Jr. shows up as the villain, which pretty much always welcome, right? But even he can't save this mess. But Winston the robot, he certainly deserved better. Actually, we all did.
Power this thing. It's only good for a couple of miles right now. Got to boost the transmission power and crosswire it with my amplifier.
Hey, okay, hold on. Pause the countdown for a second. I know, we were on a roll, but I need to tell you about something real quick, and then we're going to get right back into it. Retro Vault now has an official membership, and it's called Vault Dwellers, because, like, what else was I going to call it? And for 99 cents a month, which is like way less than you spent on a video rental at Blockbusters, you're going to get loyalty badges customized by me, custom emojis, priority comment replies, even early access to videos before anyone else, and most importantly, member-only polls where you help pick the next video. Hey, a lot of you are already doing that in the comments, so now you just get to make it official. Go hit join. All right, let's get back to the video.
Ow! Leave it to you to send a woman to do a man's job.
The villain's name is Slash Gallagher, and his punishment for terrorism is being converted into a hologram. And then he escapes during a parole hearing and becomes an indestructible energy being with the worst white guy braids in cinema history. If that sounds like a discount Demolition Man crossed with virtuosity, that's because it absolutely is.
Oh, I feel alive again! One eye! It's great!
PM Entertainment made some fun direct-to-video action flicks back in the 90s, but this isn't one of them. Joe Loris sleepwalks with the hero role, while the co-writer, producer, star, Evan Laurie, he displays such aggressive enthusiasm that you almost want to root for him in this.
My name is Slash Gallagher, leader of the World Liberation Movement, father of the revolution that's gonna make this city great again!
The movie does have interesting ideas, like California is run by an evil corporation, which I guess if you ever visited Silicon Valley, it's really not that much of a stretch. And the good guys, they're basically fascists, still true, and the terrorists are fighting for democratic freedoms. But it's too busy blowing things up every 30 seconds to explore any of them. Every car explodes. Every building explodes. The body count makes Rambo look restrained, and the movie has just no idea what a hologram actually is. They give hologram physics form, let them trade punches, and at one point, someone spray paints eyes into Joe Loris' hologram's face. The science, it's not just bad, it's just totally non-existent.
Is Slash wearing something like this?
Yeah, kind of. It's like a high retention rubber. It's probably polymers.
The movie is aggressive, almost proudly stupid. But I will say the explosions, they're pretty decent.
Proceed with mission as directed. And don't let there be any mistakes.
Hands of Steel is an Italian Terminator ripoff where the cyborg assassin fails his mission, hides in Arizona desert bars, and becomes a professional arm wrestler. And yeah, that's this movie. Daniel Green plays Peko Horak, which might be the greatest character name in a B movie ever. And he's a man who's 70% machine, but still has enough human heart not to kill a blind environmental scientist.
Who are you? Where is Thomas?
Neutralize.
You've come to kill me. Haven't you?
Neutralize. Neutralize.
So he runs to the desert, meets a pretty motel owner, and gets challenged by the local arm wrestling champion, played by the gloriously unhinged George Eastman. Meanwhile, John Saxon sits in dark rooms, looking villainous, and eventually shows up with a laser cannon shotgun thing. The arm wrestling scenes are just inexplicable. Like, they're really committed to them, right? There's this match that involves rattlesnakes. Paco, or Peko, defeats everyone because, he has steel hands, but somehow nobody finds this suspicious.
Yeah. The loser's hand gets snared, the gate opens, and our little friends here go to work.
Take your seats.
The movie predates Over the Top by about a year, so maybe Stallone owes someone some royalties. The dub dialogue is atrocious, and the fight choreography is super sloppy. And this ending just sort of stops with a text card warning the era of Cyborg had begun, which obviously is like sequel bait for a sequel that never happened.
Ready? Go!
Come on, man! Put him on! Use that arm, stranger! Use the arm! Go!
Future War is about a man who looks just like Jean-Claude Van Damme's stunt double and escapes from alien slavers who use dinosaurs as tracking animals. He teams up with a foul-mouthed nun, which, I absolutely love.
I mean, what is this bullshit?
Together, they fight cyborgs and puppet dinosaurs in what appears to be an abandoned warehouse filled entirely with cardboard boxes. Mystery Science Theater 3000 tackled this one, and honestly, the movie needed their help. The entire movie set consists of cardboard boxes. I'm not exaggerating here. Characters dive through boxes. They hide behind boxes. Boxes are everywhere, yet boxes somehow make glass shattering sounds when disturbed. The dinosaurs, they're hand puppets shot with forced perspective that fools absolutely no one. Robert Zarr shows up as the main cyborg because that chin was born for villainy, but even he seems confused about what's happening in this film. David Bernhardt is our hero, and God bless him, he is trying. The action scenes feature a lot of kicks and a whole lot of grunting. The nun character, she's actually kind of interesting because she's a former prostitute finding redemption. But this movie isn't equipped to do anything interesting with her. Mystery Science episode, I'm gonna say it's like one of their best. The actual movie, totally watch it at your own risk. Future Force stars David Carradine, who plays a bounty hunter named John Tucker in the lawless future of 1991. I mean, at least we're going up in years, right?
We have orders from the top, Tucker. She's coming with us for termination.
He drives around LA in a Jeep Cherokee, shooting criminals with a revolver, and occasionally uses a remote-controlled robot glove that shoots some lasers. The glove can fly independently, punch through doors, and blast people into oblivion. So he keeps it in the trunk and barely uses it because, I guess, budget? So here's the thing about the late career David Carradine. The man was clearly there just for the paycheck, and this movie makes that painfully obvious. He delivers every line like he just woke up from a nap.
Well, easy come, easy go.
He moves like sudden motion might trigger something unpleasant. Critics have noted, and I'm just reporting what others have observed here, that he seems perpetually relaxed. Like, very relaxed. And we'll just leave it right there. The action sequences involve a lot of aimless driving through industrial LA. There are random shots of Carradine just pouring himself a drink and looking relaxed, drinking them very slowly, putting the glass down, picking it back up. It's kind of mesmerizing, but in the worst way possible.
My name is John Tucker, COPS. You've committed a crime and been found guilty. You have the right to die.
The flying robot glove punching someone in the crotch, I mean, that was legitimately funny. But you have to wade through so much nothing to get to that scene. COPS, COPS, stands for civilian-operated police systems, which is somehow both the laziest and most aggressive backronym I've ever encountered.
I promise, never do it again.
I hate those words. Do you know how many times a week I hear those words? Do you?
So you're not going to believe this, but Future Force, it got a sequel called Future Zone. And Carradine, he returns as John Tucker, and he's still barely awake. But now, he's got a partner who's secretly a time-traveling son from the future. They ripped off Terminator and Back to the Future in this one. It's ambitious in just so many ways. Ted Pryor, the director's brother, naturally, plays Billy Tucker with more energy than anyone else involved in this whole film, which it really isn't saying that much. The twist is that Tucker's son is telegraphed so heavily that even the characters seem to know. The truly wild thing is that nobody asks any questions about the time traveling. Billy says his friends built a time portal, and everyone just accepts this. But it's like an MCU movie or something. Like how, when, why? Really, who cares? Because there's bad guys to shoot, and Charles Napier standing around looking like he deserves better. The flying glove does return, but is somehow used even less than the last movie. Possibly it's even recycled footage for all I know. At one point, Carradine delivers the line, "I'm gonna go get drunk, alone," with such weary conviction that I actually believe it wasn't even scripted.
There's a guy out front who wants to talk to you. Says he can deliver Tucker.
Bring him in.
Where did you pick him up? Out on Brun. Who died? Stop! Don't kill him!
Make sure he's secure. We'll worry about his life later.
The director of Strike Commando obviously watched Rambo First Blood Part 2 and said, "I can do this for cheaper," and produced one of the most gloriously unhinged Italian Vietnam War exploitation films ever made. Reb Brown, he plays Sergeant Michael Ransom, which already, that's an amazing name, right? And he gets betrayed by his own commander, survives explosions, befriends a Vietnamese village, gets captured, escapes, and screams his way through approximately 900 enemies. Reb Brown's commitment to screaming, it just can't be overstated here.
And fight like hell!
Get away from
and
there!
show these bastards who the hell we are!
Every gunshot is accompanied by "Yarr." Every punch lands with like this guttural howl. And when he's fighting the Russian villain Chakota, a roided out maniac with metal teeth, he screams the name Chakota like it personally wronged him. It's incredible and exhausting, but like it's somehow both at the same time. The infamous scene everyone talks about with this film is when a dying Vietnamese boy asks Ransom about America, and Ransom describes Disneyland, popcorn that grows on trees, all the food you can eat, and the kid dies in his arms dreaming of cotton candy. I guess it's supposed to be touching. It is not touching. It's one of the most unintentionally hilarious death scenes ever filmed.
They got tons of popcorn there. And all you gotta do is go climb a tree to go eat it.
The director stole shots directly from Rambo and used toy soldiers on miniature boats for explosion sequences, which created something that just transcends so bad it's good into some new dimension of cinema I'm not sure I even have words for. Alright, Abraxas, Guardian of the Universe stars the one and only Jesse Ventura, who plays a 10,000-year-old space cop named Abraxas, and he comes to Earth to stop his former partner from impregnating a woman via hand touch to create a child who can solve the anti-life equation. This child is played by a 5-year-old who doesn't speak until the third act. And Jim Belushi shows up as a school principal. And I swear, there was another movie where he was a school principal. Anyways, tell me in the comments if you know which it was. Here's the fun fact though. Arnold Schwarzenegger was offered this role and chose to do Terminator 2 instead. Arnold made the right call. Ventura, fresh off Predator and The Running Man, fighting his former partner, played by Arnold's actual stunt double, Sven Old Thorsen, in Canadian forests that just explode constantly. And again, another movie where just everything explodes. Trees explode, rocks explode, the friggin' snow explodes. This movie has the pyrotechnics budget of a real film and the script of something written in a fever. The partner villain guy goes to a strip club for no reason. Well, I don't know, I guess there's always a reason. And he eats a restaurant bill because that's what aliens do, I guess.
Very good. I will have that.
So what did he order? He ordered the whole breakfast section. Did you check to see if you had money first? You ask him.
The bosses at Finder Command literally say Earth is the 4th planet from the sun. Which, no. The ending sets up a sequel that mercifully never happened. There is a scene where a stuntman clearly replaces a 5-year-old running from a fire. This movie is just terrible. It's confusing, and it's somehow a little bit charming in its complete incompetence. And that's why it's number 1 on this movie list today. I struggled, but tried to love it.
I will have power beyond imagination. I could kill you now, but I will let you live so you can see.
Hey, look, I'm not saying these movies, they don't have merit. Even the worst film represents hundreds of people showing up to work and trying to make something. But man, some of these can really test your patience. Now, if you survive this journey with me and you want to check out some videos about some actual good, bad B movies, or maybe even more bad movies, I got links at the end. Go check them out. And remember, no matter how bad these movies got, someone watched them, and that someone was me, multiple times, for research. And keep it weird, folks.
I may be able to decipher what's on these tapes.
Okay, I'll put through for them right away.
Thank you.
Anybody's inside?